Ready to journey back to 17th century England?
Sounds intriguing.
We're diving deep into weddings.
Ah, weddings.
But not just any weddings, no.
Okay, I'm listening.
We're exploring the rituals, the drama, the whole shebang through this play, The Bridals.
The Bridals, interesting title.
It's fascinating, really. It's about, well, multiple couples all getting hitched at the same time.
All at once? That's a recipe for chaos.
Exactly, a pressure cooker of societal expectations.
I see. So we're not just talking about love and flowers. This is about social dynamics, right?
Absolutely. It's like a window into this world obsessed with appearances. Every little thing means something.
I can imagine those societal rules were pretty rigid back then.
Oh, totally. And one of the first things that struck me was this character, Monsieur Courtly. Popular with the ladies, but that popularity comes with a price tag.
A price tag, huh? Let me guess. He's a bit of a spendthrift.
You could say that. The play actually breaks down his expenses, and let me tell you, courtship back then wasn't cheap.
I bet. Think about it. All those social obligations. Taking ladies to church, treating them to sweets, hiring musicians. It all adds up.
And Courtly is desperate to get out of it. He tries feigning illness, even claims he's drowning in lawsuits. He even thinks about becoming a friar, but then figures those persistent ladies would probably find a way to follow him even into the monastery.
That's a funny image. So even escaping into religious life wasn't a guaranteed way out.
Apparently not. It just shows the pressure on men back then to keep up appearances.
Right, to maintain a certain standard, especially in the game of courtship.
It's not just the men, though, right? Women have their own set of pressures. Take Lady Coy and Lady Virtue, two very different brides. Lady Coy's shyness is almost crippling, hiding behind curtains, practically fainting at the thought of her husband seeing her.
Oh, wow. So this is a play of extremes. From flamboyant wooing to extreme modesty?
Absolutely. And that extreme modesty, it was seen as a virtue back then, a sign of purity.
Right, the ideal of feminine submissiveness. But the play also makes you wonder, was it genuine or just a performance?
Exactly what was really going on beneath the surface. Then there's Lady Virtue. She's confident, embraces her role. She even argues that dressing up for her husband is an act of love, even if he doesn't seem to notice.
Interesting. So it's not just about following the rules, it's about how they choose to navigate them.
Exactly. Two different approaches to these societal expectations. And that tension between conforming and rebelling, we see it with Mr. Longlife and his son, Sir Mercury Poet.
Oh, right. They clash over the value of wit, don't they?
Mr. Longlife, he thinks marrying his witty son to a, well, let's say less intelligent woman will be better for him financially.
As if intelligence would somehow get in the way of wealth. That's a fascinating perspective.
It's like he thinks being clever will distract him from making money. But get this, the woman Mercury actually wants to marry, Lady Fancy. She's quite sharp. She even observes that Mercury makes everyone around him wittier.
So she's challenging that assumption that wealth and wit can't coexist.
Exactly. She sees intelligence as an asset, not a liability.
Which is a pretty modern idea, actually.
Yeah.
We're still grappling with that today. The idea that intellectual pursuits aren't as valuable as financial success.
Right. And speaking of challenging norms, we've got Mimic, the professional fool who's decided he wants a career change.
Mimic the fool trying to find a new job. That sounds like a recipe for comedy.
It is. He tries everything, lawyer to chemist, rejecting each one for the most hilarious reasons.
So he's the comedic relief, but there's probably more to him than meets the eye, right?
Definitely. Mimic embodies this role of the fool who can actually speak truth to power through humor.
I see. He gets away with critiquing society because no one takes him seriously on the surface.
Exactly. In one scene, he's trying to rehearse this love speech but needs the right outfit, so what does he do?
Let me guess. He raids someone's wardrobe.
He borrows a cookmaid's petticoat.
A petticoat. Oh dear. That must be quite a sight.
It's pure comedy gold, but it's also poking fun at these rigid gender boundaries.
Right. It's using humor to make us question those social divisions.
So in this first act, we've got courtship chaos, contrasting personalities, and a touch of subversive humor. It's setting the stage for some really interesting conflicts and resolutions as the play unfolds.
It sounds like a fascinating glimpse into the complexities of life in 17th century England. I'm intrigued to see where these characters go from here. Back for more of The Bridals.
Ready to dive back in? We left off with all this tension building, right? Now it's the wedding day, and things are about to get even more interesting.
The pressure cooker is on full blast now. Ceremonies are done, time for those post-wedding traditions. But even those traditions, they reveal a lot about the power dynamics at play.
Oh, yeah, they're not just fun and games. Like the custom of casting dice for the bride's garters seems harmless enough, but
But when you think about it, it's pretty revealing.
right. These garters, intimate items, become prizes for the men. It's like subtly reinforcing this idea that women are possessions, even within marriage.
And it's fascinating how the brides react. Lady Virtue, the one who's all about her own agency, she puts a stop to the dice rolling, says, look, you can have them, but no games.
It's a small act of defiance, but it's powerful. She's taking control.
Definitely. A contrast to Lady Coy, whose shyness is almost reaching peak levels now.
Oh, that scene where she refuses to undress for bed. It's hilarious, but also kind of sad.
It really makes you think, was it genuine or was it all an act to meet those expectations?
That question of appearance versus reality keeps popping up, like when the female guests are gossiping about the two brides.
Oh yeah, they predict Lady Coy's shyness will fade, like a watch that runs down.
As if they know it's an act, right? And Lady Virtue, they call her a bridal ghost.
Bridal ghost, that's interesting. More haunting than blushing.
It's like they don't know what to make of her confidence. She's not fitting the mold.
And women who didn't fit the mold, they were often viewed with suspicion. It's a reminder that not fitting in could have real consequences.
Meanwhile, Monsieur Courtly, remember him? Mr. Popular.
Oh yes, drowning in the attention of those ladies.
It's starting to feel more like a curse than a blessing, all those expenses.
It's a reminder that the courtship game wasn't always fun. It could be draining, even lead to ruin.
He even thinks about becoming a friar again. To escape, you know.
But he realizes even that might not work. Those ladies might just follow him into the monastery.
It makes you think about the role of women in this society. Were they really the pursuers? Or were they also bound by expectations?
Right. We tend to have this simplistic view, but it was probably much more complex.
Speaking of complex, Sir Mercury Poet and Lady Fancy, they're facing their own challenges. Their dads are totally against their marriage.
Those fathers, so focused on wealth and social status, they just can't see the love connection.
It's all about practicality to them. They even try to arrange other marriages, more suitable matches.
It's a reminder that marriage was often more of a transaction back then, about alliances, not affection.
And then bam, Sir Mercury and Lady Fancy elope.
What a power move, defying those expectations and choosing love.
They're not playing by their father's rules.
It's like they're saying, our happiness matters more. And through it all, there's Mimic, still looking for that new career.
Always up to something.
And this time, he's trying to rehearse this love speech, but he needs the right attire, of course.
So he borrows a cookmaid's petticoat.
Oh, no. That's not going to end well.
Hilarious. He compares himself to Adam, the cookmaid, to Eve, says their clothes are about to commit fornication.
Mimic at his finest, using humor to point out the absurdities.
It's slapstick, but it's also a commentary on those gender roles and anxieties, right?
Exactly. He's pushing boundaries, even if it's in a ridiculous way. Makes you think about the absurdity of it all. So as we head into the final act, we've got defiance, we've got humor, and we've got characters trying to figure out love and marriage in this world full of rules.
All right, final act of the Bridals. We've seen the wedding day chaos, the clashing personalities, all that. Now we get to see how this all settles, how these characters deal with married life.
And it's not always a smooth transition, is it? Some characters really surprise me. Like Lady Amorous, remember her? All shy and reserved.
Yeah, I remember.
Well, she's done a complete 180. Now it's all parties and socializing. She's even complaining to Lady Virtue about having to spend time with her husband.
Wow, that's a change. Maybe marriage gave her a new sense of freedom, or maybe she was just putting on an act before.
It makes you think how much of who we are is just for show, right? And then you've got Lady Virtue still defying those expectations.
Oh yeah, she's preparing her house for her husband's return, like really going all out.
And the other ladies are like, why bother? Most husbands wouldn't even notice.
But she doesn't care. She's doing it for herself. It's like she's saying, my efforts matter whether he notices or not.
Exactly. It's about finding your own sense of fulfillment, not just seeking validation from others. Speaking of validation, poor Monsieur Courtly, still struggling with all those ladies.
Still drowning in the attention.
Oh yeah, and those expenses are catching up with him. He's trapped in this game he created.
He even thinks about becoming a friar again.
Desperate times, desperate measures. But it shows the darker side of this whole courtship thing. It's not always what it seems.
It can be exhausting, even destructive. But it does raise an interesting point. His fear of those women, it suggests they have more agency than we might think.
Right. They're not just passively waiting around. They have their own desires, even if society tries to limit them.
And meanwhile, we've got Sir Mercury Poet and Lady Fancy still facing opposition from their fathers.
Whoa, those fathers. So obsessed with money and status,
Yeah.
they just can't see the love between their children.
It's like they think love is irrelevant, you know? They
Mhm.
try to arrange other marriages, anything to stop them from being together.
It's a reminder that for many back then, marriage wasn't about love, it was about business.
And Sir Mercury and Lady Fancy, they're not having it. They decide to elope.
It's such a great moment. They choose love over everything else. They're taking control of their own lives.
And it's a slap in the face to those fathers who thought they could control everything.
Definitely. It's like they're saying, you can't dictate our happiness. And of course, we can't forget Mimic, still on that job hunt.
Oh, Mimic. What's he up to now?
He wants to be an orator, gives this ridiculous speech about women and chastity.
Oh, I can imagine. Always pushing the boundaries.
But even in his absurdity, he's making a point. He's highlighting the double standards women face.
He's like this court jester exposing the hypocrisies of the world around him, and as the play ends, not everything is tied up in a neat bow.
True, some things are left unresolved. Courtleigh's still tangled up with those ladies. Mimic's still playing the fool.
But that's what makes it real, right? Life is messy, and it makes you think, what does this all tell us about love and marriage then and now?
It's a timeless question, isn't it? We might not be dealing with the exact same pressures, but we still struggle with the same basic issues. How to balance our desires with societal expectations, how to find happiness on our own terms.
It's a journey, that's for sure. And the Bridals, it gives us a glimpse into that journey with all its humor and heartbreak and everything in between. So thank you for joining us for this deep dive into 17th century wedding chaos. Hope you enjoyed the ride.
It was a pleasure exploring these timeless themes with you. Always fascinating to see how the past can illuminate the present.